and hit record, and we should be good. All right, man. So with the new website, basically what I wanted to do was just give it a little bit of a refresh. Um, I like a lot of what's here. I just want to go a little more bold. I think I want to get away from the gray. Um, Definitely incorporate the new logo. I'm not opposed to these concepts. Obviously, we build stuff, but we should maybe give it a little more clarity as to what these things will link us to if we do incorporate them. What I did was go through Wix, who is our website provider, and essentially went through, they scoured, they have this cool AI which scours a lot of the event planners and fabricators and marketers in our industry and kind of put together a basic model of a website to go with. And I kind of like the vibe, and so does Corey. I updated a couple of photos. But what I'd love to do is for you to just take a little bit further. So, possibly pop a really good, engaging photo right up on top, pop our company name. Maybe as a team, we can discuss what we want our tagline to be. I've always liked your next production partner. Another thing I've been trying is let's build great together. That might sound a little too Trumpist, so I'm not sold on it. And we can always use we'll figure it out as well. So on here, this is mainly like the basis was for an event planner. But what I like is a kind of a big eye-catching image. Maybe we can figure out how to make this a slideshow of some sort. A little bit about us. Maybe again, this just shows kind of the social interaction with all of the different events we do. So maybe we keep something like that. Again, I'll play around with the verbiage, so don't necessarily worry about that. I'll fill in what I want it to say. If you want to pop in an example of what you're thinking, I can then always tweak it. I've also been doing a lot of courses in this time on search engine optimization and how the websites and the copy on them work. We'll have to go back and rename every single photo because the photos work in the image searches. So I want to make sure I put on the meta tags and beta tags and all that stuff, so everything links appropriately. So I'll handle that side. If you could just help make sure it looks really good and flows nicely. Then past events. One of the things I love with the past events, and so right now everything is also on one page. It helps with people dwelling on the page longer. It helps with SEO on that front. It acts as a little more of a funnel as well, where we want to capture them so they continue down. We tell them a little bit about us, and then they see our events is the goal. So we're kind of ultimately directing them in the funnel to where they're eventually going to hopefully send us a project, sign up with us, and we're going to prompt them to either book a call or schedule some time with us more and more often. And we'll do that through Calendly. So we'll give a couple set times during the day. It'll be automatic. They can book some calls. It'll instantly ping Melissa, and then she'll figure out who is the best person to speak with them at that time. So definitely go into past events. We can, maybe just call out like one of our pop-up stores or one of our photo experiences here. Then what we do. Corey and I were talking this morning. We're thinking that maybe this is the creative design, and then almost call the next category everything else. And that's where we can expand that we do logistics and trucking and all of this if they need it. Kind of going off of our capabilities calls, and I'll also share all those with you as well, so you know how these conversations are going with new clients to see if we should also be giving them a little more information, or that's how we can also cater our capabilities deck. This would be a channel with our Instagram. That might actually be both of these, but ideally we get one channel so our Instagram and what we're posting is featuring up here. It could also be a channel of just the videos we've been doing. So I've been doing a bunch of these, and it's so easy to do once I have like anywhere from 5 to 10 photos and I could share this with you. Oh, that's still downloading. So once I get the link, I'll share it. But all the videos that are up on our Facebook and social media, just a couple quick interesting photos. We could pop some videos on there just so that there's more content and things for people to look at and see. And then a contact us page. I'd love to put Ronkonkoma and the shop down here on there as well. A lot of people seem to like that we're in 2 places. And the reasoning behind the 2 places, people are loving. One is centrally located on the East Coast for tours, blah, blah, blah. And we'll pop the phone numbers, and then I'll put all of the trademarky stuff at the bottom. But I definitely wanted to go to other pages. So similar to our other website, how we have fabrication and production, I want to expand upon this a little more. more photos. I'm going to put more videos on. So whether it's walking someone through a capabilities deck or some past projects or just me talking, I want to just get more of that. So we're hitting them with not only videos, we're also hitting them with then the content that's written on the pages and then also visuals. So we're kind of hitting the 3 different types of people that go to websites. And definitely want to have like streams of work. So maybe fabrication has more stuff in the process. We'll have our creative side so we can really expand on the rendering to realities. And I want to litter that with all the different photos. Like I did the one with Health Aid the other day. It showed the rendering, it showed the build, and then it showed what it ultimately looked like. And we have the living walls and a lot of pure leaf stuff that we can expand upon. And I definitely love to kind of pinpoint more specifically the different things we can help people with. And if you go to some of our competitors' websites, they do this really well, and we can kind of model after that as much as possible. About us, Corey and I really love the way that RedPeg has their About Us. I'd love to get some photos of us. Some people, maybe it's 2 images. Maybe we can figure out how to make it where when we hover over one, it shows a different bit of information. It shows someone's title, and also fun stuff. Like we've always been talking about the frequently asked questions. Why is Melissa mad at me? Why is Tim mad at me? I think putting that and putting a personality behind us will definitely help people just understand who we are. And, if you look at other agencies and other fabrication companies, they always ask like fun questions to everyone with different answers, wherever we want to go with that. So maybe that's what the team can talk about on the call on Monday as well. It's just different things that we should showcase there, or different things we love about other people's websites that we want to model as well. What I also love on our old website that we don't have, but I think will really help people understand what we do, and we can always direct them to the website on the capabilities calls, are what we did here with project pages. So like the Under Armour draft combine, we said when it was, where it was, what we did, and even putting the agency on it so people understand who we're working with. And then giving a good just a quick overview of what we did. And I also want to turn this into a video form as well. So again, people want to read it. There'll also be a video just explaining our involvement, similar to this Zoom screen share. And we'll get it ultimately, decked out with some good, visuals and an actual video guy kind of making them more engaging than just me talking on a camera. But it kind of just better explained what we did and how we were involved and how we brought in different elements to the project, and then showcase more of the pictures. So this story would be a great one to showcase. We can even showcase some of these older ones, like the Jack Daniels tour, where it went, and ultimately where we started from. We took this tour over from another company that wasn't performing for our clients and wasn't able to look at the budget as a whole. They just wanted to know how much money they can make in the short term and not look at the larger picture and how they can maximize the client's budget, which is what worked well for them. And so I'd love to, even if we just steal some of the copy of this, the photos there. I mean, Billy laid these things out. He had a decent eye for it. I know you can definitely do a much better job. And if we just want to model that, I'm totally fine with that as well. And toolkits, and just, we can pinpoint a couple of the projects. Maybe we limit it to like 6 to 8 of them, where we can really just show a very diverse set. So like the toolkit photos, it kind of shows photo ops and those Instagram worthy moments. We now have the city and the Cushon, so we'll see if we can get the approvals from Agency 21 for those. But it could be some really good stuff. And I'd love to lean on that. So with the website, it's wix.com. And if we went to the dashboard, so wix.com, password is tmdavid1@aol.com, or the email is tmdavid1@aol.com. I'll email this to you as well. And the password is Corona, lowercase, capital SUCKS, 1 2 3 4 exclamation. So Corona, all lowercase, sucks, all capitalized, 1 2 3 4 exclamation is the password. And that'll get you in there. So right now you can even go into the old websites. And if you go to Wix as a whole, log in with the password. Right, so you see our current one, which has a little premium next to it. You can ignore the Breakthrough Offices one. You can pop in there if you want to look at anything. But ultimately, this is the one we're working on and kind of expanding upon. And then I'll work on getting all of the websites pushing to it, and I'll handle all the SEO aspect of it and trying to make sure all of that stays relatively the same, so we don't undo any of what our website has been doing for us recently. And I'll put all the pixels and all of the tracking codes in there so we can track the analytics as that moves on. But so once you log in, Wix.com, take a look in here. You should all be good. Take a look. Let me know if you have any questions, and definitely get the new logos on there because I like those as well. Thanks, man. And figure out how to stop this and go from there.